So you definitely need to have a subject matter expert who should advise where the future application be deployed. If we talk about gate analysis, so we need to think about the sensors that will collect data from accelerometer, from gyroscope. If we are trying to analyze walking and running, the high frequency might help us identify different speed of this movement. If we collect data with a specific sensor type, it would be a very replicable result when everything would be working in production. All this will impact on the final data quality. My name is Lyubomyr Dutko. I work as CTO at Lemberg Solutions, and today we will talk about data collection for remote patient monitoring software. So you definitely need to have a subject matter expert who should advise where the future application be deployed. So after that, you need to state the task, what should be analyzed. For example, if we have a case of different gate recognitions, for sure that should be, for instance, somewhere in a hospital where the analysis would take place. After, you need to have a scenario which we have to recognize via our algorithm, and also we need to plan how the data for this scenario should be collected. You need to have equipment, you need to have people that will play the role of actors. You need to make an intro for these people to explain what type of sensors would be placed on them, what is expected. Very often we also used audio instructors that you place in ears of the participants, and they are told they have to stand, to work, to run, for instance. They have to repeat the requested task, and for example, software that you provide for data collection will collect all the data, and you would have quite a pure data for next steps of analysis. Again, depends on the task you put as the goal of the project. For example, if we talk about gate analysis, so we need to think about the sensors that will collect data from accelerometer, from gyroscope. You may use, for example, mobile phone devices that have these sensors inside. And also you need to have scenarios, share it with a team of people that will help you collect how they should behave. For instance, that could be gates regarding walking or running, or the gates about different hand movements, or the gates how you behave, for example, in a shower room, and that should be always replicable for every single next person that will participate in this data collection. For example, if we work with gate analysis, the frequency definitely will have an impact on what different type of gates we may recognize. For example, if we are trying to analyze walking and running, the high frequency might help us identify different speed of this movement. But on other side, if we have a high frequency, that means that probably we will deal with battery management, and the sensors or the device that is on the body would be very quickly out of energy. But if we are dealing with low frequency, the device life cycle would be much more longer, but still the variety of different gates would be lower. Data could be reused, but also you would have a drop of frequency, because if we collect data with a specific sensor type, it would be a very replicable result when everything would be working in production. But if we are collecting data on one device type and after that we are using it in production with completely different, still the accuracy of results would differ, and probably not all stakeholders would be happy about this. For example, if you identified what kind of task you are resolving, but still you didn't agree regarding the data collection scenarios, you didn't agree about the equipment, you didn't provide instruction for participants how this data should be collected, all this will impact on the final data quality. And probably you would spend much more time on data labeling, and after that anyway you would have a very different low quality data for analysis and processing.